Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching. Well, apparently the notifications aren't making it out to anybody because there's only 30 people here watching, so I'm not even sure if it's worth doing this. Maybe we'll have to do it later. I have no idea. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. 30 people. I mean, wow. Yeah, I've already fixed the audio, yeah. But go out and share the video really quick, you guys. If we don't get 100 people, I'm not doing it. I'll have to do it later. I have no idea. I could just see it was just kind of trickling around, and now we're at 40, 35. That's ridiculous. Usually you start a show with 100 just out of the gate. So if you guys go out and share the video, that'd be awesome. All right. Hey, we're up to 51 now. Holy crap. Really zinging along. Yeah, so I fixed the audio. You can hear what they're saying, and it's really similar to what I was telling you guys. I mean, it's literally, using common sense, logic, and reason. All right? But anyways, let's just start listening to it.
I understand this is stressful. Okay? All I want to do is try and get an idea of what you heard, what you saw, and any timeline, any information that you can give us so that we can try and figure out what happened, okay? So just take a deep breath for me. I know this isn't going to be easy.
And this is actually this guy's body camera that he took off and set up over there. So it is body camera footage.
We'll kind of go from there, okay? Can I get your name? What's your first name?
Hey, thanks. It's me.
What's your middle initial?
D.
Okay. And your last name? Okay. And your date of birth?
Hey, if you're going to complain, just don't show up, all right? Thanks.
And you live there at 1122 King Road?
Yeah.
It's either too loud or it's too low or too this and that. Just complain somewhere else, all right? I'm fixing there's no in the middle.
And what state you're in, Nevada?
Nevada.
Do you have your phone here with you? Okay. So what we're going to be doing is taking people's phones for a little while. We're going to try and... So because I don't know if you called anyone or made any phone calls or anything like that. What they do in an investigation like this is we try and collect as much information as we can. Okay, anything that might be small, you may not think is important for us to find out what happened, but is very crucial. So taking something off your phone, that'd be extremely useful for us. Even if it's something that you don't realize, okay?
Can you guys hear it well enough?
That phone back to you as
Can you hear
fast as we can. Okay? Is that okay with you? Okay. So, this is your phone here?
Yeah, can I tell my mom?
Yeah, I went out and fixed the audio. I got rid of the noise and stuff. She doesn't really start explaining, but it's very similar to what I said on my timeline. And it's pretty crazy. And even the noise that she heard, I just heard a little bit of that part.
That's fine. Text your mom real quick. Yep. And then what I'm going to need is your passcode from your phone, or here between the two of us, we could even turn off your passcode, okay?
Here, let me hit pause for a second and save this in case it crashes. Let me see what I have here. So I have it boosted up 8 because when you add I can make it like 5, maybe negative 3 more or something. That way, because whenever you do the audio cleaning thing, it sort of lowers the audio. Hey, thanks, Allison and Vivacious Val.
How do you take them? Oh.
You figure it out? Okay. And if it won't let you do it, that's fine. You can just give me or tell me what your password
I just don't know my...
Oh, and by the way, Plunder is the one who, she got this data, this video, and, I've asked for similar things. I don't know if I asked for this thing particular, so she's the one that sent it over to me. She's really kind like that. I share, when I get stuff, I try to send it over to her, but, she's better at getting stuff than I am. I can tell you that, but she's the one that got it, right? So go make sure to watch it over there, too. She just has the raw footage. I just thought it'd be cool to go over it and talk about it while listening to it. And I'm going to be getting all the surveillance footage at some point, and I'm sure I'll send it over to her so she can have it. So we're kind of like sharing back and forth.
Okay. What is your passcode?
But if you guys could help support this channel, that'd be great. Take pressure off later today.
Okay. And what type of... Okay.
Can I see my mom text me real quick?
Yes. Alright. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay. In your social media, do you have like Facebook or anything like that?
All right, it looks like there's this gap over here. I can see it in the audio. She says something here.
Do you have any other social?
Yeah, so it's just going through the social media profiles. Now we're over here.
Those are the big ones?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So we're going to kind of go back and try and get a little bit of the timeline, okay? So what did you guys do last night? More specifically, if you were by yourself and not with a group, what exactly?
I'll turn off the faint music.
Ethan was in the house, so Anna.
So you're with...
One of them is my roommates, and one of them is her boyfriend.
Okay. So you're with Ethan...
And Xana.
Xana? Mm-hmm. Can you spell that for me?
X-A-N-Y. Or A-N-A, sorry.
X-A-N-A. Okay. Okay. So I'm just trying to... Sometimes it helps me put names together. So you were with Ethan and Xana last night, right?
Yep.
And do you know Ethan's last name?
Chapin. I don't know how to spell it.
That's fine. And Xana's last name?
Kernoodle.
Do you know how to spell it?
I think it's K-E-R. and maybe another OD, LE or something like that.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so you're within the 6. What time did you guys get to Sigmund Guy's last night?
Around 8 something. Maybe 8:30.
So 8:30 p.m.?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. And prior to that, were you guys just at your house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you left from your house?
Ethan was at formal because he went with his sister because she didn't have a date. And then we were just hanging out at our house. And then he came over and we all walked over together.
Okay, so that was you, Ethan, Xana. Was there another person with you? Or just the 3 of you that
Maddie
walked over?
walked over with us.
Okay, and that's...
Logan.
Logan?
Mm-hmm.
So Maddie went to Sigma Chi?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Her real name is Madison, though, I believe.
Oh, that was a formal, that's right.
Okay. So you guys all walked over to... You were there about 8:30. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys all pretty much together or just kind of mingling throughout the house most of the night?
We were all pretty much together, and then Maddie left to go to the club with Kaylee. And then I was with Ethan and Xana most of the night, but then one of my friends came. Her name is Dee, and I hung out with her the rest of the night.
Okay. And who was that?
Her name's... Yes.
Can you spell it for me? Okay. And his last name?
I don't know how to pronounce it, and her full name is bigger than that.
Okay, that's fine. Do you have a phone number for her?
Yeah.
It's on your phone? Okay, we can get that in here. Okay, so you were with and at that point Ethan and Xana were just kind of hanging out still at the house? Okay.
And then I went to our other friend's house.
Okay. What time was that at?
I don't know, maybe like 12-ish. But that could be wrong.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
And where's that house at?
It's just like up the street. I don't know that address.
Okay, up the street from...
Sigma Chi.
Okay.
Kind of.
So you guys are at Sigma Chi, so you're walking back towards...
We're walking back towards my house, and then we're up this way.
So like when you got to Taylor Street, you went up? So if you walked all the way from Sigma News...
Or Sigma
Chi, sorry.
Yeah. You know the apartments, the whites?
Yep, I know the whites.
It's like that street, that way.
So on Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you know roughly where on Taylor?
I think it's kind of weird that he was asking where you're, like, I mean, that seems like everybody already knows where the house is at that point, right? I mean, why do you have to get that description?
Taylor? Or does she live maybe on the other off streets?
It's on Taylor, but it's like one of the end houses by the intersection. I don't know how to explain it.
All right. Okay. And whose house is it that you went to?
It's... And I don't know their other roommate.
And... Okay. Alright, so you're at this house. How long were you here?
Maybe like 40 minutes.
Okay.
And then I left by myself and went back to my house.
So you walked home maybe around 1-ish?
Yeah.
So she was right there, and then just walked right over to there. That's Sigma Chi right there.
Okay. What did you see when you got home?
We're sitting on the couch watching Vampire Diaries. No one else was home yet.
Okay. And is another roommate or what's his last name?
She's in that room.
Oh, okay. And
I actually don't remember her last name right now.
Okay, but you're the only one that I don't know. It's okay. Actually, it's just I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, it's just to start right out the show. Hey, it's too loud. It's too loud. After you spent like 20 minutes, you know, getting rid of all the noise and trying to make it just right for people. You know, it's frustrating. I'm a human being like everybody else. You know, try to think about that.
That's fine. And is live with you guys too, or just visit?
Just a friend.
Okay.
And then she left.
Do you know what time she left at?
No.
Okay. But you were all watching
Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're in the living room watching Vampire Diaries.
And anything happened during that time period?
We were just hanging out.
Okay. Do you know who else was in the house at that time?
No one.
No one?
Us.
Just the three of you? Okay. So, let's go a little bit more then. What happened next?
Maddie and Kaylee came home from the club. Left.
Maddie and who?
Kaylee.
Kaylee? Okay. And they got home from the club. You know what time that might have been?
I think I told one of the cops that was talking to me at the house, like, better times.
It's okay.
I don't really remember right now. Maybe like
Okay.
That was Nunez.
something, 1.
So if you got home around 1, that would have put them
Like
getting home.
1:45, 2, something like that.
Yeah, she's saying 1:45 to 2. That's absolutely right. They got home at 1:56 or so, according to the Uber driver. So you see how it's all accurate, you pro-burger nut jobs out there?
So near bar break, if you had to guess.
What?
Like near bar break.
What does that mean?
Bars normally close at 2 o'clock here.
Oh, yeah. They went to grub truck after, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. What'd you do after that?
All right, everybody, let's hit that like button. We've got 274 people and only 97 likes. What a joke. Okay, so we're going to have to stop until we get some likes in here. Hit that like button, hit that like button, 10, 20, 25, 30. Hit that like button, 40. Do our 50, 55, 60. It's the easiest damn thing to do in the world. When you show up to a channel, just hit the like button out of courtesy. Please hit that like button. Thank you so much. Hit the damn like button. It's the easiest damn thing in the world. Use your nose, use your toes. Whatever blows, hit that like button. Thank you.
That after Maddie and Kaylee got home.
We all hung out in Kaylee's room for a little.
See, there you go. That's the part I always find really interesting. They hung out and, you know, like this whole time frame right there, it's just like this perfect story that you can follow, and it makes sense.
And then Maddie and I took Murphy out to pee. The dog.
Dylan went downstairs too.
And then I said I was going to go to bed because I was tired. And she said she was going to go to bed too. And then I went to my room. I was wanting to sleep. And she came and knocked and asked if I had Murphy. And I said no. And then I went to bed.
Okay. So what time do you think you took Murphy out?
Like 3, 2:30.
2:30 to 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably, I mean, I think I originally put 2:30 or so in my timeline, but I moved it up. I think it's more like 2:22 or something like that. Because Kaylee gets on the phone and starts talking to Jack at 2:26 or so, and then you know for sure they're not all sitting in the room there. She was getting ready for bed, you know, so they went down before that, and Dylan went too.
Okay. And where do you normally take Murphy to go to the bathroom?
Just the back door in the kitchen.
So which one is 11:22?
See, what kind of a question is that right there? This is the one I'm talking about. Which one is 11:22? You mean the one that you were at earlier? I mean, I you know.
So if I'm coming up King Road off the Taylor,
It's the big white house up there.
all the way to the very top.
How do you
right?
not know that?
Oh, well, it's technically on Queen, but the address is King.
Okay. So is it the one that's tucked back as you're going up to 500 Clean Road? Those big apartments? It's kind of tucked back just a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you normally go out the back deck then?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I know how Cheshire then. Okay, so you go there. You and Maddie take the dog out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, how long do you think that took?
I was out there for maybe like 10 seconds.
Okay. Okay. So then you both come back in. So you and Maddie both
I
come
came
back
in
in
before she did.
Okay. Did Maddie still have the dog then?
Yes, I believe so.
So you went out for a little bit, came back in. Do you know what time Maddie came back in?
Mm-mm.
And you went straight to bed when you came back in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long after you went to bed do you think Maddie came back?
Actually, I came in, grabbed some chips, went to my room, and watched the show for a little, and then I went to bed.
What were you watching?
So even the chips we knew about. We put something in the cupboard and got some chips and then went downstairs.
It's called Baby Dad.
She said she was only outside for a couple seconds. You know, I was like, oh, it's so cold. I put down 2 minutes. You know, that was my guess because 2 minutes is a short amount of time. But she was too cold and went back inside. But she said she was just barely out there. You know, who knows if it was a couple. I don't. You know, I'm sure it wasn't 2 seconds. I'm sure it was, 30 seconds or a minute, something like that.
Okay. How long do you think you watched it?
Maybe like 30 minutes.
So she watched an episode.
maybe?
So she was up till about 3.
Like a half.
I mean, it's sort of interesting. Like, she's up until about 3 o'clock in her own room watching. And remember earlier when Madison goes down to Bethany's room to ask where Murphy is, I was telling you that she didn't go into the room because Bethany locks her door, right? But when it's worded, people will go, oh, yeah, she went into the room and blah, 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 blah. But, she couldn't go into the room because she locks her door.
Okay. And did Maddie come in during that show or after?
She just knocked on my door.
See, she just knocked on the door. Can I get a boom? I told you guys.
I think during and asked if I had Murphy, and I said no.
She just said through the door, have you seen
What
Murphy?
happened after that?
I just went to bed, and then I woke up and I was like half asleep, and I just thought I saw like a firework or something, like it just sparkled like under my door.
Turns out she's talking about right here at around like 4:17 or 4:20. In that frame where the homicides are taking place.
And I thought I heard like something kind of fall, and then Murphy barked, but I thought people were just making like food, like, and Ethan was here or something and knocked something over because he's usually loud in the kitchen upstairs.
Okay. So what do you mean by you heard a firework?
It sounded like a little firework, and then there was like a spark. I went by I'm on the bottom floor.
Okay.
And so it kind of looked like it came down there, but I don't know.
Yeah, and see, she didn't say it came under. It sounded like she said like it came down there, like some quick light. So maybe it isn't the. I was thinking maybe it was when Xana went down to pick up the DoorDash and turned a light on, and she saw that and is conflating. The thing is there's really no way for light upstairs to sort of make its way around where it's bright enough under her door, because there's a wall there. It's not something. I mean, let me see. If you go to this one here, maybe let's see. Although I think down in this area it's better. Like right down here, there's a. I go into. Want to get back out. This thing is playing, so it's going kind of fast. Yeah, so right down this wall right here continues all the way down. So a light up here would not affect Bethany's room. So the only thing I can think of is if see that light switch right over there, that light switch was hit by Xana, and she's conflating that flash, which happened at like 4:00. We don't even know. I mean. It could have been delivered at 4 and she grabbed it at 4:05. We don't have any idea, but it's around that time frame. But hey guys, if you're watching, if you could please help support the channel. This channel relies on your generosity. I try really hard to get all this stuff for you guys put out there. This time Plunder sent it over to me, and we're sort of sharing documents back and forth, whoever gets them first. So I would appreciate your support. Thank you. No, she didn't do that, Hayes.
So is Murphy
it doesn't
your
make
dog?
sense.
Kaylee's dog.
Kaylee's dog?
Kaylee and her ex-boyfriend's dog.
Okay. So you heard Murphy bark right after.
See, like this person says, makes sense if he chased Anna and blinded her with a flashlight. The white semi-gloss paint on the bottom floor empty room door should have reflected the bright flat. That is absolutely ludicrous. I'm sorry, but I mean, it just is.
After you heard what you thought was a firecracker?
Yeah, something like that, but he like, I don't know, dogs bark at random things. And sometimes when he's happy, he'll bark.
Okay. It didn't sound like an angry growl or anything like that, just a bark?
I don't really know. I was like half asleep.
Okay.
It just sounded like bark.
So, hear the firework, kind of see a spark underneath the door. Murphy barks. What did you hear after that?
See, and guess what? Murphy's bark, we know when that is. That's right around like 4:17, you guys. I mean, it's crazy. Let's just try something while we're listening to this. Great, just play it. Well, that's not what I'm doing here. So you can, if you don't want to go through a sort of more detailed sort of look, then go somewhere else. All right, I'm not one of those people that just kind of. All right, so it's right around in this area here where there's barking. So maybe we can sort of try to marry up what she's saying. So let's see, is this a bark here? No, it's kind of a thud sound-ish. See, there's a bark, right? So this is when we start hearing Murphy bark at 4:17. I think that's even a bark. Let's see. Yeah. So that's at 4:17:06. Yes, it's on 11/13/2022. There. Right there. Okay, so that's when barking starts. And then let's listen to what she's saying now. So that's on, this is number 10 sequence. All right.
Pretty much nothing.
Nothing.
That's it.
Okay. And you thought maybe someone was just in the kitchen at that point?
Yeah, just like someone accidentally fell into the table or something.
Okay.
And she was like with Murphy.
Do you know about what time that might have been? Do you have any
Like
idea?
4 or something. I tried to call all of them at like 4:20ish around that time, and no one was answering. I thought they just went to bed or something.
Okay. What happened after that?
And then called me, and she said she thinks she saw someone.
Yeah, let me rewind it a little bit. Hold on.
So, hear the firework, kind of see a spark underneath the door. Murphy barks. What did you hear after that?
Pretty much nothing.
Nothing.
That's it.
Right here.
And you thought maybe someone was just in the kitchen at that point?
Yeah, just like someone accidentally fell into the table or something.
Yeah, you hear that? That right there, that's exactly what I said. It's in the room where the side table, you know, what do you call those? You know, right next to the bed in Xana's room that was knocked. I think that's the loud thud sound that she's referring to right now. So when she said she heard a big firework boom sound, she's talking about a piece of furniture slamming into something. She just explained it right there. Did you guys hear that? That's what she's talking about. She saw this light under her door, but that's not associated with the sound in terms of like at the same moment in time. That's just what her brain says. Nah, I don't see her. I don't know why anybody watches that channel, Mimi, and I'm not sure why you put the name in the chat here. She's an embarrassment to the community. Okay, so. Jeez.
Okay.
And she was like with Murphy.
That's right. All hail, everybody, but that's exactly what I said.
Do you know about what time that might have been?
But hey, can we get the support up for this show here? We got 422 people watching. The channel relies on you guys, and we currently have 1 new membership.
Do you have any
Like
idea?
4 or something. I tried to call all of them.
No, I think well, it could be that she was dreaming about something and it looked like a light, or it was when Xana went down to pick up the DoorDash, she turned on the light to go down the stairs and it lit up down there for a moment, and that's just her memory of something like that. When you're absolutely asleep like that, she even said in the initial interview she doesn't know what was real or stuff like that, and the timing of it. Right.
At like 4:20ish
But when people try to like do like mental gymnastics to try to come up with how to get a light under the door, that's just a total red herring and wasting time.
That time and no one was answering. I thought they just went to bed or something.
Okay. What happened after that?
And then called me, and she said she thinks she saw someone. And I didn't know, like, really what to think of it, because sometimes we think we hear things a lot in the house, but it's usually just Ethan walking around. But she came.
Well, what did she say? Never
mind. I told her to come to my room, and she could sleep with me, and we could lock the door and just stay in there just in case if there was anything. And that's
okay, I'm going to move it back here again. Hold on.
I don't know, dogs bark at random things. And sometimes when he's happy, he'll bark. Okay.
It didn't sound like an angry growl or anything like that, just a bark?
I don't really know. I was like half asleep.
So it sounds like that is Murphy barking, everybody.
So, hear the firework, kind of see a spark underneath the door.
We're not going to
Murphy barks. What did you hear after that?
Pretty much nothing.
Nothing?
That's it.
Okay. And you thought maybe someone was just in the kitchen at that point?
Yeah, just like someone accidentally fell into the table or something.
Right, so that's what she thinks sounded like the boom sound, right? It's crazy. The only thing that she's doing fireworks is she thought she saw a sparkler. But she told Dylan she heard a boom sound, and that's what Dylan said. And that's the same thud sound that we hear in, if we go to 10 here, and let's go to, where are we at? Maybe it wasn't 10. Was it 10? Thought it was 10. Hold on. Yeah, right in here. So I think it's like right in this time frame. Right there. And that's what I said. It sounds like furniture hitting like a wall or something. And I think that's in Xana's room, and that's what she was hearing. I think it'd be much harder to hear that all the way over into the kitchen, because that's not even on the same, you know, it's not above her, the floor above her. It's all the way back south on another plane. So there you go. You have that.
She was like with Murphy.
Do you know about what time that might have been? Do you have any idea?
4 or something.
Wait, what is she saying right there? She's like with Murphy?
I fell into the table or something.
Okay.
And she was like with Murphy.
Do you know about what time that might have been? Do you have any idea?
4 or something. I tried to call all of them at like 4:20ish around that time, and no one was answering. I thought they just went to bed or something.
Okay. What happened after that?
And then called me, and she said she thinks she saw someone. And I didn't know, like, really what to think of it, because sometimes we think we hear things a lot in the house, but it's usually just Ethan walking around. But she came, I told her to come to my room, and she could sleep with me, and we could lock the door and just stay in there just in case if there was anything, and that's all I know. And then I fell back asleep.
You didn't hear anything else?
Mm-mm.
Okay. No one else talking?
I didn't hear something.
Okay. Did you make it to your room then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What time do you think she got in your room?
Around like 4:20, 4:30.
Okay, about the same time?
Yeah.
Where's her room located to yours?
I'm the only one on the bottom floor, right by the front door.
Okay.
And then you go up the stairs, and Xana's room, and Xana's room, the kitchen, and then upstairs is Maddie and Kaylee's.
Okay. And where's the wardrobe?
Right by the kitchen.
Right by the kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And did she say anything to you when she got into the room?
She said she thought she saw a man, but I didn't know what to think of it. I was like still half asleep, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. I don't know. Okay. It didn't sound like I didn't hear screams, I didn't hear anything, so I didn't really know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so there wasn't really any screaming or anything. You can hear that on the camera.
So she didn't say anything more than she just saw.
Right, you guys? I mean, there's no screaming on that camera. There's sort of a crying, whimpering sound, etc. Thanks, Ali Cake. Apparently, the rest of the people here don't believe that this is a worthy channel to support today.
Awesome.
All right.
That's all I remember her saying.
I don't
So
know.
your bed then,
They consider her a victim.
if I'm looking at the right house, you have a parking lot, front door, and your bedroom's just to the right? Okay. And that's where you slept from by the time you finally got into your room around 4-ish or so. Actually, before that.
So like 3 something.
Yeah.
No.
So you were in there sleeping.
She got into room at 1 or 2:30.
Dylan got to your room maybe somewhere around 4:20-ish, but Dylan was already home at that point.
This guy's all over the place.
You knew that Maddie and Kaylee were home. Do you know when anyone else in the house got home?
I don't know when Xana or Ethan got home. I didn't hear them.
See, what's weird is when you look at these guys, and he's like repeating stuff back incorrectly, and then you sort of see why her voice isn't distorted. Elaine, you're crazy. You're a crazy person. Her voice isn't distorted. That's what she sounds like. I don't know. It's just like they make a lot of errors. That's why there's these things in the documents that don't really match what are known, but the Probergers think it all means something, so they grab it and run with it anytime there's an error. Thanks, Allie Cake.
Come in or anything.
Okay. Okay. And last time you saw Xana and Ethan was at the Stigma guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does he ask what time they got home? Does anybody ever ask what time they got home? Yes, I guess there isn't any distortion, guys. I've already answered the question. You don't need to keep talking to the person. All right?
Did you see anything weird at the party there?
Just a little.
Okay. And since how the way the Maple are set up, were everyone hanging out primarily up in the main common room area, or were most people hanging out in individual rooms and stuff like that?
It's a little bit of a mixture. At
You did
first
ask
it was
what?
in the like apartments, and then it was the main room.
Okay.
And then as I was leaving, I went in to grab a backpack from our friend's room, and Xana and Ethan were sitting on the couch just listening to music.
Okay.
And then
And that was up in the main room, or that was in some?
I was in an apartment.
That was in an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you hear of anything that happened to anybody?
Mm-mm.
Was there anyone strange or odd hanging around the party?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Do you know of
I mean,
any?
if she was awake and heard the thud, it seems like she could be hearing some of the whimpering sounds, but, you know, it's hard to say, man. It's on the whole other side of the house. A thud, you could hear, you know, would sort of rock through the wood and go down there, but I'm not sure how much you would hear, you know, just auditorial, you know, like it goes upstairs, I'd have to go kind of the sound would have to go down that little chute to the bottom floor and then through, you know, it's not connected to the wood or anything like that, where the slamming into a furniture would, you know, basically shake the whole house, because that house is, you know, one bulldozer away from just going straight to the ground. Thanks, Simple Life.
Anybody in your house that has an issue with anyone? Any ex-boyfriends? Anything like that?
All their ex-boyfriends are really nice, and they still are good friends.
Okay. Have you ever had any of your roommates complain about anyone stalking them?
Mm-mm. Once though, Kaylee said when everyone was like gone, me and were at the sorority house for a meeting, and it was only Kaylee, and she was taking Murphy out to pee. This was a while ago, and she said she swears she saw someone staring at her while she was taking the dog out to pee from the
Remember
backyard.
how long ago that was?
Maybe like
She was just about to say where. You just never interrupt these people when they're talking. She was about to say where it was from, too. Maybe she gets back to it.
a month. She could see like a man's silhouette like staring at her.
I'm going to go back.
Sorority house for a meeting, and it was only Kaylee, and she was taking Murphy out to pee. This was a while ago, and she said she swears
Now let's look at. She's about to say exactly where.
she saw someone staring at her while she was taking the dog out to pee from the
Remember how long
backyard.
ago that
She goes, from that hey, do you know how? And then he just totally interrupts. So we don't get to know maybe where that was.
That was?
Maybe like a month. She could see like a man silhouette like staring at her.
I'm not sure if she said it there. Like, did she say it on the left staring at her? I don't know.
She could see like a man silhouette like staring at her.
She could see a man to the... What is it? What is she saying there?
She could see like a man silhouette like staring at her.
She could see a man to the left staring at her? I mean, I can't tell. She was about to say exactly...
It was about a month ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think it says silhouette? Let's see.
You can see like a man silhouette like,
Oh, yeah, you got it. Yeah.
like staring at her.
That is silhouette. Yeah. But where? See, she was about to say where.
Mm-hmm.
Did Katie have any issues with anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we know it says man. God, here we go, guys. It says man silhouette, it says man silhouette, man silhouette, man silhouette. It says man silhouette, it says man silhouette, it says man silhouette, it says man silhouette, it says man silhouette. It says man silhouette, it says man silhouette, it says man silhouette, it says man silhouette, it says man silhouette. It says man silhouette, it says man silhouette.
None of them have made any comments or statements of anyone trying to come onto them or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
And you said that all of the ex-boyfriends of that, they're all normally very nice and stuff like that. Or any...
How about this? Why don't you guys, if I say, you know how you just all said the silhouettes, now if I say, hey, everybody send in super chats right now. You notice how it isn't quite the same as everybody typing in silhouette, 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 silhouette. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, everybody send in super chats right now. And send in the 10, the 20, the 20, the 30. We got to get the numbers up on this channel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Any of them fairly recent breakups?
One, but
Like I said, every little bit helps. Can you give me a little information on that one?
his name's he lives
Okay.
down the street.
Okay.
Well, there's one.
On King, I think.
Okay.
And he and Kaylee share Murphy.
Okay.
See?
And they
See what I told
dated
you?
for 7 years.
And that's in Kaylee?
Mm-hmm. Or something like that.
And they did it for 7 years?
Something like that. Since high school. Their families are really close.
Thanks, Wild Bill.
Okay. And they shared Murphy?
Mm-hmm. I think.
Okay. How long ago did they break up?
Maybe like 3 months. Or something. But they're still on really good terms.
Do you know why they broke up?
She was gonna move to like Texas.
Where's Kaylee from?
Coeur d'Alene.
Okay. Where is
Coeur d'Alene.
Okay.
Thanks, you guys.
Okay. You said that they're still on good terms, they still talk to
Very
each
good
other?
terms. Yeah.
Okay. Has Kaylee been seeing anyone else lately?
Not really that I know of.
Okay. Do you know when she was going to move to Texas?
After the semester. But then apparently she wasn't going to anymore. I don't know.
Do you know what changed?
Yeah, I think it was him.
I think she wanted to stay here with all of us. I
think Dylan's interview of the same interview with Dylan way more interesting, you know. If she was awake, yeah.
Is there anything else you think is important for me to know? And you might remember things later. That's very normal, okay? If you think you remember anything else, please reach back out to us and we'll bring you back in and we'll get that information, okay? Let me go back through my notes real quick before I let you go, okay? And you don't remember Kaylee's last name?
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez?
Yeah, Gonzalez.
Okay, can you spell it for me?
You never asked what her last
Oh, that's right, sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I very much thank you for sitting down with me, okay? I'm going to take you back to the other room so you can be with your friends, all right? Are you sure there's nothing else? Okay. Good.
Yep, so there you go. Alright, well, I guess inside the, you know, what she kind of explained was, I think I go down here. I don't remember if in this one I do that. But, yeah, so she's on the bottom floor, so if you look over here, her room is right below the living room over here. So, you know, any sort of a flash up here, there's a wall that goes all the way down. It'd be really difficult to go underneath her door. I mean, there could have been a light up here, and she just saw a little faint ambient sort of a shift of the light. But there was nothing in here that looked like a lamp or something that got turned over. So we're not going to ever really get to know what that was. Right? But what she heard was, so Dylan was right there, and she was in bed, and Bethany and some other people were right there. And then when Madison and Kaylee got home, Dylan heard that, and then they all went upstairs up into to Kaylee's room, which is back here. I filmed this before we knew the body positions and everything. So Kaylee's room is right there. Yeah, right here. And, you know, so that's where they were. And then after they were in Kaylee's room, Madison and Bethany went down the stairs, and Dylan. And they went down the stairs, and then, let me just try to, it's hard to do because I don't have this in an order that matches that. So they go down these stairs, and then right over there, so if you go down the bottom of these stairs and you turn left, that's the kitchen. So that's where Bethany and Madison came down, and then went this direction and went outside to put Murphy out. Then Bethany came back in and put something up in a cupboard, got a bag of chips, then went down over here and then down the steps over there into her room. And Dylan was didn't even go outside, went right to her room to go to bed. And then later, Madison, who can't find Murphy, goes down those same stairs and then asks if, you know what's weird is, now you sort of wonder, did she ask about that? Knock on her door even later than, like, what if that was after, when she made that phone call to Bethany, and Bethany didn't answer? Maybe Madison went downstairs and knocked and said, hey, have you seen Murphy? But she tried to call her first. See, that makes common sense. That's common sense right there. So what do you think about that? So when she calls, Madison calls Bethany at 2:53, and I bet you she didn't get a response. And before going to sleep for the final time or whatever, she goes downstairs, knocks, and says, hey, have you seen... Because, you know, we now know that Bethany was up until 3-something watching that show. So that means it could have been where, like at 2:54, Madison goes all the way down the stairs and says, hey, have you seen Murphy? And then goes upstairs, and then maybe no. And, you know, maybe that's when a door was left open. We don't know. And then goes upstairs and gets back into bed, and Kaylee's already just sort of sitting there because they were calling Jack. I don't know. What do you think of that? That actually sort of makes some sense. But either way, you know, she could have gone down there at like 2:25, 2:30-ish to ask as well. But it seems like that's about the time she got there. And maybe would have been up and about to open the door. So you kind of think it's a little bit later where she's already in bed and the door's locked. I'm talking about Bethany Funke. So anyway, thanks, Carrie Summers. Man, you guys, really poor, you know, super chat support for a live stream. But if you guys have the ability to, that would be great. But we need some new channel members. We've only got one gifted channel membership on this live stream. I guess this is a whole different crowd that normally watches my show. What do you mean she said bushes? Yeah, we didn't hear anything. That's not what it said. All right, let's see. I think it makes sense. Yep. All right, well, that's going to be it, you guys. I'm going to take off, but there you have it. You know, it's not, you got to hear all the audio, but we paused and talked about different things at different times because that's how I do it. So thanks. It's me, D, Vivacious Val. Thank God for that one. We would have just been destroyed. Allison Mox, Susie Clue, Chris Stew, Wild Bill, Gifted One, and then Alley Cake, Lisa Valenzuela, Sybil Bergeron, Simple Life, Alley Cake, and then Wild Bill's been a member for 10 months. I'm DNA Detective, and Carrie Summers. All right, thanks everybody. See you guys later, and be safe out there. Oh, yeah, thanks, Carrie Summers, at the buzzer there.
Quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a...
Carrie Summers.
Crime dissector, flag rejector, I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Gragel's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on him.
Yeah, what I will say is, like, when you listen to Bethany Funke there, it's absolutely, you know, she said it's the same story she's been telling. You can tell she's telling the truth. She's trying to remember things. And, you know, I don't know where the pro-burgers, how they even sleep at night when they sit there and trash these people. All right? I think they are embarrassments to mankind. I wouldn't even call them like pro-burgers. They're just nut jobs. Okay? These people, in every crime, they always go after the victims. They always look for something. Open your mind, Gray. Open your mind. You know, we're still trying to... no, clowns. This case, Kohberger admitted doing it. What all we're doing on this channel is putting all the pieces together. We're not questioning, oh my God, is Bethany and Dylan... I mean, it's just so stupid. It's insane, you guys. And the 5 cars parked out there, those cars have nothing to do with anything either. Right? Now there's all these people saying, oh, look at that. There's a car that drove by. That's probably Hunter's car. And we have no idea whose car that is, nor where it went, because somehow the lights don't hit the reflective windows on 1119 King Road. And, you know, like, this is how stupid people are. Like in my video title, when I did the surveillance footage of the Elantra driving around, it says surveillance footage of 1112 King Road. And you got a bunch of really dumb people who comment in the comments saying, Gray, it's 1122 King Road. I know this case. And it's like, you don't know a damn thing. The house that the camera's on is 1112 King Road. The homicide house is 1122 King Road. And it's not even in the camera shot of that surveillance camera. See, and that's where you just start getting really frustrated with people in general. They just come in, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they make comments devoid of all the facts that have been available in the case. You know, really frustrating stuff. But anyways, my channel has no room for people challenging or questioning Bethany Funke or Dylan Mortensen or anybody else. Unless it's Koberger. That's it. He's the killer, everybody. The rest of the people, they have nothing to do with anything. He literally just went there to kill the people in that house, or just one. I think he went there to kill one, and it got out of hand, and he killed 4. So, there you go. I don't know. Dylan's will probably be coming up. But thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And thanks, Carrie Summers, again.
Yeah, I've been doing
Yeah,
this.
that's right. That's right. We were trying to just figure out what happened.
And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, plug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. I'm gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. The first degree is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pop protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've attempted fucking check y'all. I have no agenda, I'm a pretender, and I'll send it to you straight without the vendor. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender.
All right, you guys.
Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody. Talk to you later.
I don't know. I was going to do Lisk tonight, the Long Island serial killer, but I could still look up some more stuff on a couple of them. If you guys want to sort of continue this, I mean, there were some documents that came out too, but I'm not sure how interesting they are. I mean, what do you guys want me to do tonight? What is it? Type it in there. And it's too early for Mary Lou. I think she was asleep and got woken up. All right, well, nobody's answering. All right, see you guys later.